Let's explore more prehistoric predators and their fascinating characteristics. Imagine the terror of encountering a Giganotosaurus, a predator even larger than the T-Rex, with its razor-sharp teeth and immense power, lurking in the shadows. Picture the Deinosuchus, a giant crocodile that could ambush its prey with deadly precision and unmatched strength. The Quetzalcoatlus, a massive pterosaur, would dominate the skies, casting a shadow of fear and awe over the land. And the Dunkleosteus, an armored fish with a bite force that could crush anything in its path, would rule the ancient oceans. These creatures, if they roamed today, would undoubtedly redefine the meaning of apex predators. Now, let's delve into the hypothetical scenarios of these predators existing today. Imagine a world where the most fearsome creatures from the past roamed our modern landscapes. How would our lives change? What adaptations would be necessary for both humans and animals to coexist with these ancient giants? How would modern ecosystems adapt to their presence? The introduction of such predators would undoubtedly cause a ripple effect throughout the food chain. Smaller animals might find new hiding places, while larger herbivores could develop new migration patterns to avoid these threats. Would humans be able to coexist with such formidable creatures, or would we be forced to retreat into fortified cities? Our urban planning would need to evolve drastically, with high walls and secure perimeters becoming the norm. Daily life would be punctuated by the need for constant vigilance and preparedness. Imagine the impact on agriculture, urban planning, and daily life. Farmers would need to protect their livestock and crops from these new predators, possibly using advanced technology and innovative farming techniques. Urban areas might see an increase in wildlife sightings, leading to new challenges in managing human-wildlife interactions. The presence of these predators would necessitate advanced defense mechanisms and constant vigilance. Electric fences, surveillance systems, and other security measures would become commonplace, not just in rural areas but also in suburban and urban settings. The balance of nature would be drastically altered, with new food chains and survival strategies emerging. Predators from the past would compete with modern-day carnivores, leading to a reshuffling of ecological roles and relationships. It's a fascinating yet terrifying thought, one that reminds us of the delicate balance that sustains life on Earth. The introduction of such powerful predators would test the resilience of our ecosystems and the adaptability of all species involved. Picture this: urban landscapes fortified with towering walls and advanced surveillance systems to keep these ancient predators at bay. Our cities would transform into fortresses, blending modern technology with medieval defense strategies. Farmland would need to be protected by electric fences, and farmers would have to work under constant threat. The agricultural sector would face unprecedented challenges, requiring innovative solutions to ensure food security. Wildlife conservation efforts would shift dramatically, focusing on managing the interactions between these predators and existing species. Conservationists would need to develop new strategies to protect endangered species and maintain biodiversity. In our cities, daily commutes might involve armored vehicles, and outdoor activities would become highly regulated. Public spaces would need to be redesigned to ensure safety, with designated areas for human activity and wildlife observation. The tourism industry could see a boom in safari-type excursions to safely observe these creatures, but the risks would be ever-present. Tour operators would need to implement stringent safety measures to protect both tourists and wildlife. The ecosystems themselves would undergo radical changes. New habitats would form, and existing ones would be altered as species adapt to the presence of these ancient predators. New food chains would develop as these apex predators compete for dominance. The struggle for survival would intensify, leading to new evolutionary pressures and adaptations. Smaller predators and prey species would have to adapt quickly or face extinction. The dynamics of predator-prey relationships would shift, with some species thriving and others struggling to survive. The ripple effects would be profound, influencing everything from plant life to microbial ecosystems. The introduction of these predators would create a cascade of changes, affecting every level of the food web. This scenario, while purely speculative, serves as a powerful reminder of how interconnected and delicate our natural world truly is. The balance of nature is a complex web of relationships, and any significant change can have far-reaching consequences. The reintroduction of such formidable predators could tip the scales in ways we can barely comprehend, highlighting the importance of preserving the balance we currently enjoy. It underscores the need for careful consideration in any efforts to reintroduce or protect species within our ecosystems. Finally, let's consider the scientific efforts to bring back extinct species. This ambitious endeavor, known as de-extinction, has captured the imagination of scientists and the public alike. The idea of resurrecting creatures that once roamed the earth is both thrilling and daunting, pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible. De-extinction, while a marvel of modern science, poses ethical and ecological questions. The process involves advanced genetic techniques such as cloning and gene editing to recreate the DNA of extinct species. But with this power comes great responsibility. If we succeed in resurrecting these prehistoric predators, what responsibilities do we bear? The implications of bringing back species that have been extinct for thousands of years are profound. We must consider the impact on current ecosystems and the potential risks involved. How do we ensure they don't disrupt current ecosystems? Introducing a species that has been absent for millennia could have unforeseen consequences. These creatures would need to find their place in a world that has changed significantly since their extinction. And most importantly, are we prepared for the consequences of playing God with nature? The ethical considerations are immense. We must ask ourselves if we have the right to interfere with the natural course of evolution and extinction. Imagine a world where the woolly mammoth roams the tundra once more, or the saber-toothed Smilodon prowls the plains. These majestic creatures brought back to life would be a sight to behold, but their reintroduction would come with significant challenges. The allure of such a reality is undeniable, captivating our imaginations and pushing the boundaries of what science can achieve. However, the practicalities of de-extinction are complex and fraught with potential pitfalls. However, this scientific frontier is fraught with complexities that demand our utmost caution. The process of de-extinction is not just about bringing back a species, it involves ensuring their survival and integration into modern ecosystems. The introduction of these ancient predators into modern ecosystems could have unforeseen ripple effects. The balance of nature is delicate, and even a small change can have significant repercussions. New food chains would have to be established, potentially displacing current species and altering habitats in ways we cannot predict. The reintroduction of a top predator could disrupt existing predator-prey relationships, leading to a cascade of ecological changes. The balance of nature, already delicate, could be thrown into chaos. We must carefully consider the long-term impacts of our actions and ensure that we do not cause more harm than good. Moreover, the ethical implications of de-extinction are profound. We must grapple with the moral questions surrounding our right to bring back creatures that nature has selected for extinction. Do we have the right to bring back creatures that nature has selected for extinction? This question goes to the heart of our relationship with the natural world and our role as stewards of the earth. What measures should be in place to ensure their welfare and integration into the environment? The well-being of these resurrected species must be a top priority, and we must develop strategies to support their survival. These questions highlight the moral responsibility we bear in wielding such power. As we push the boundaries of science, we must do so with a deep sense of ethical responsibility and caution. As we stand on the brink of this scientific frontier, we must weigh the potential benefits against the risks, ensuring that our actions do not lead to unintended catastrophes. The stakes are high, and the consequences of our decisions will reverberate for generations to come. The resurrection of prehistoric predators is not just a scientific endeavor, it is a profound ethical challenge that requires careful consideration and responsible stewardship. We must approach this frontier with humility and a commitment to the greater good. In the end, the pursuit of de-extinction forces us to confront our role as stewards of the earth, urging us to act with wisdom and foresight. Our actions today will shape the future of our planet and the legacy we leave for future generations. Only by doing so can we hope to navigate the complexities of reviving the past without jeopardizing the future. The path forward is fraught with challenges, but with careful planning and ethical consideration, we can strive to achieve a balance between innovation and preservation. Earth has always been a battleground, a stage where the drama of survival unfolds daily. In this relentless arena, only the strongest and most cunning survive. From towering reptiles that roamed the forest to colossal sea monsters that dominated the oceans, history is filled with predators that ruled their domains with unparalleled dominance. Many of these awe-inspiring creatures have long since vanished, but their legacy remains, sparking curiosity and fear alike. Their fossils tell tales of a time when nature's ferocity knew no bounds. What made them so formidable, and what if they still roamed the earth today? Imagine the impact on our world, our ecosystems, and our daily lives. Imagine walking through a dense forest, the silence pressing in like an eerie whisper. The air thick with tension, every rustle of leaves sending chills down your spine. Now picture some of the deadliest creatures in history lurking among the shadows. Predators with instincts honed over millennia, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. It's a relief they no longer exist, but what if they did? How would we adapt to sharing our world with such formidable beings? Throughout history, Earth has been home to apex predators that reign supreme, unmatched in their environments. These creatures were the ultimate survivors, the top of the food chain. Take the Barbary lion, a solitary powerhouse of raw muscle, capable of taking down prey much larger than itself. Or Titanoboa, a snake so massive it could crush prehistoric crocodiles with ease, a true titan of the swamps. The woolly mammoth, towering and fierce, could flatten anything in its path, a behemoth of the Ice Age. While Megalodon turned the ocean into a feeding ground where nothing was safe, its massive jaws capable of crushing bones with a single bite. Then there's Spinosaurus, a dinosaur that ruled both land and water with terrifying efficiency, a true amphibious predator. And of course the Tyrannosaurus rex, its bone-crushing bite force remains one of the strongest in history, a symbol of prehistoric power. Even the seemingly harmless dodo had a devastating beak, capable of inflicting serious damage. While the Tasmanian tiger was an endurance predator that hunted its victims into exhaustion, a relentless pursuer. From the towering moa, powerful enough to bulldoze forests, to the deadly Smilodon with its saber-like teeth, these creatures ruled their domains with an iron fist. Each of them, extinct due to climate shifts, human interference, or natural selection, once dominated the planet in ways we can only imagine. Their reigns were cut short, but their stories live on. Each of them, extinct due to climate shifts, human interference, or natural selection, once dominated the planet in ways we can only imagine. Their reigns were cut short, but their stories live on. Though we're safe from these prehistoric nightmares, science is working to bring some back. Advances in genetic engineering and cloning are making the impossible seem possible. If that happens, we might one day share the Earth with creatures that once made survival a brutal game. The implications are vast and complex. The question is, are we ready? Are we prepared to coexist with the titans of the past, and what will it mean for our future?